Craig, we talk about your style of play. It seemed like you really played with speed and intensity the other night.
Yeah, I mean, I try to play intense and physical, and I was put in a spot where I could really show how I play, and I was able to get some good hits on those guys.
Talk about that targeting play a little bit as well, because it seemed like you really made an effort to use your shoulder and not your head. How confident were you in that one up?
Yeah, I mean, I was 100% confident that was my shoulder, and I mean, honestly, I wasn't thinking about not going in with my head. It just naturally happened. And so it was a clean hit. I knew it from the beginning. And, I mean, I was nervous. I didn't know if they were going to try to prove a point or not, but I'm glad that the call was reversed in my favor.
You had some, gave up some points, hadn't given up very many points in the first two games, and this time they were able to put some points on the board. How did that change preparation this week? How does that change things when, a team was able to, kind of, exploit some things?
I mean, I don't think necessarily they exploited us, but I think there was assignment mistakes. We obviously, I mean, they scored some points, but it wasn't because they were outplaying us. It's just because, I mean, we just weren't in the spot that we needed to be, just because of some mental errors. But definitely, I mean, we need to hit the film and make sure in practice that we're 100% precise, so that we can, when we get out there, it translates and we don't even have to think about it.
When things were going so well, was there a feeling, did maybe people just let up just a little tiniest bit, and that had that impact?
No, I didn't get that feeling. I didn't get that feeling that we were letting up at all. I think that Houston had some good players, and like I said, I think we made some mental errors, and they capitalized off them.
When you look at growth in the secondary, especially with you and Dallin, and how do you feel like you guys are coming together as a unit?
I think, I mean, we have depth. I think, like I was saying at the beginning of the year, we have guys that are proving themselves now, like Dallin. Sky's continuing to play well also. Harvey Jackson's having an increased role out there, and so it just gives us more depth. And I think as a unit we're coming together. We're a unified team, defensively and offensively, and so it's fun to see guys getting out there and getting opportunities and making plays.
Do you see the back of the defense linking up with the linebackers?
Say again?
Do you see the back end of your defense, the safeties, the corners? Do you guys feel like you have chemistry with those linebackers with all the rotation that's there?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we said since spring ball, this defense that we have unity together. We have a chemistry, and we're just going to continue to build off that.
Craig, what do you see on film from Virginia's quarterback?
I think he's a good player. Yeah, he's a different guy than last year, but I mean, I've seen him make some good throws.
This game kind of stepped up over the weekend with them knocking off a ranked opponent. Will you talk about Virginia in general and this game that you guys have coming up?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're a good team. We have to prepare, I mean, hard for them just like we do any other week. And yeah, like you said, they played hard against Louisville, came out with a win, and that was big for them. And also it'll be big for us too.
Where are they different the most compared to what you saw last year?
They have a different quarterback. They have a lot of the same similar guys that are coming back, but I mean, I think they're a good team that we have to prepare for.
Any payback, anything like that? I mean, I know people want to talk about revenge and things like that. Is that even entering your guys' mind?
I don't see it as payback. I just see it as another team that we need to beat in order to reach our goals.
Craig, a couple of you guys, your defenders got late hits, personal fouls. Is that you as a captain? Is that something that you need to talk to them about, or you just kind of leave that up to the coaches? Or
I mean, definitely. I mean, when that happens, you don't want to lose any aggression, but also you have to play safe. But I mean, when it happens, you just got to reach out to them and make sure we know that we need to be smart. I mean, there were a few penalties that kept us on the field longer than we needed to be. And so definitely I've said something to him, and Coach Mendenhall has mentioned it also.
How do you guys feel about being 21st in the AP poll?
I mean, it's good. It's another, step towards reaching our goal, and I mean, it's good. Hopefully we continue to build on that and continue to rise in the rankings. Was
that any kind of point of conversation or point of pride this week for you guys?
No, but definitely I think everyone's aware of it. But I mean, just like we were talking about Louisville getting knocked off, it really doesn't mean anything until the end of the season.
Greg, when I look at your second half numbers versus your first half numbers versus Houston, there's a big difference defensively. What did you guys do in the second half that you weren't doing in the first half?
Well, can you elaborate?
Just total yards and a couple of statistical categories. It looks like 3 and outs, for example. I think you guys held them to 5 3-and-outs or something like that in the second. I don't quote me exactly on those numbers, but you guys really stepped it up defensively in the second half. It looked like to me. Did you do something different that you didn't do in the first half?
I honestly no. I mean, in the locker room at halftime, we obviously had that big play at the end of half, but we knew we were in control. We just needed to calm down. We needed to just stick to our assignments and just tighten up our assignments. And so coming out in the second half, we were just as focused as we were at the beginning of the game. But yeah.
You guys